Hey everyone, welcome back to Blue Bob's channel. Thanks for stopping on in. We've got some fun news to go over. We're going to be talking a little bit about Activision Blizzard and the GeForce Now. Those games getting pulled. We're going to talk about the 5 new releases with Stadia. And then of course, I'll maybe talk a little bit about them discounts that are on the store right now as well that are looking pretty nice. So first off, I want to start talking about the 5 games that they recently announced coming to Stadia. One of them we had known about. It's called Spitlings. Here's kind of a picture of what it is. And this game, we had seen a trailer before, and we knew it was coming to Stadia. So this really isn't news at all for us. However, the other 4 they were definitely big surprises. Most of them look kind of childish, if you will, and so have received quite a bit of discontent and hate on the internet, at least in my Facebook groups I'm a part of. And I was just kind of bummed about that because in my opinion, any sort of well planned out console platform service needs to have a wide range of games going from action first person shooters to third person shooters to RPG, all the way down to kid games. Heck, if they even threw a Candy Crush game up onto Stadia, that wouldn't be the end of the world because guess what? A lot of people like Candy Crush. So again, a lot of people weren't impressed with this announcement due to the fact they said they had 120 games coming and this is 5 of them. I'm super excited for the Serious Sam collection to come to Stadia. I had actually recently bought it on Steam. It had gone on sale for like maybe $2, literally. I think it was like $2 or $5. I got 1, 2, and 3, and I've never played 3 before. So I'm actually going to show you some of the third game footage in a little bit. But that's just a fun game because for me, that was basically one of the first-person shooters I ever played or watched be played by my siblings. So the Serious Sam collection it's cool to see that coming. And it's also Devolver Digital, and I don't know if we have any games on the Stadia store by that publisher yet, so that is also potentially another good thing. If we don't, then this could also be another publisher coming in and joining the Stadia, which means that hopefully soon we will also have Serious Sam 4 in there, if that's not inside of this collection. So the other 3 games were Lost Words, Beyond the Page, which we're going to watch a trailer here shortly on that because I've never heard of it, but it looks like it actually got very good reviews at E3. And so we're going to watch it. I'm going to kind of maybe be voicing over a little bit and we can talk about it. Another one's Panzer Dragon. Now, Panzer Dragon I've never played before. It looks, again, kind of a little bit like a childish game. So I might not be picking it up, but again, expanding that library, expanding the content is important. Stacks on stacks on stacks. This game looks very, very much for your G-rated audience. So let's go ahead and watch some of these trailers, and we're just gonna talk about it and say, maybe talk a little bit and discuss it. So first, Lost Words.
Not too far away, in the land of Astoria, there lived a young girl named
So it looks pretty.
Robin. She was kind and loved taking care of the world around her. But inside, she was
What is
still
that
curious
accent?
about the world that lay beyond. Suddenly, a terrifying noise echoed from beyond the
I'm kinda
village
curious
gates. Robin
Aw,
was
D,
surrounded
she got a
by
D.
smoke
Aw, man.
and cinders. She needed to keep everyone
No one likes
safe.
homework.
I can't let her get away.
It looks like a game where you literally hold D the whole time.
Robin pursued the beast
Or the right
with little
arrow.
thought for her own safety. I have to find out why a dragon attacked my
dragon.
village.
So there's some of the awards they got. That's
Her
pretty cool.
hope was shattered. Why is this happening? It isn't fair. I felt so confused. A cold
be
determination
bullied.
gripped her. She was ready.
And the spoiler. No, I'm just kidding. Cool. So that's Lost Words Beyond the Page. Cool to see that Stadia logo at the bottom. So it almost reminded me a little bit of Guilt. Guilt was kind of cartoony, but it had like a deeper meaning or a deeper message. an underlying message, and so that's kind of what I feel like Lost Words might be. But again, it as far as the quality of the game actually looks very, very beautiful. I'm not sure as far as how much interaction and actual changing of storyline you might be able to do. It seems like, again, you might just be holding go to the right, go to the right, go to the right, pressing spacebar to jump, and then just kind of going through the story and becoming a part of the story. But I'm not gonna lie, I do like the visuals of this game. It looks really, really great. So I am interested to see what this might looks like when it comes out to Stadia. And the cool thing is this is going to be one of their timed exclusives. So the 3 new games that are being launched, Lost Words Beyond the Page, Spitlings, and Stacks on Stacks on Stacks, are all going to be timed exclusives. So they're going to start off being launched to Stadia only, and then after a certain amount of time, they will be released to other platforms. So that's another benefit right now, is Stadia did promise 10 timed exclusives, I believe, or 10 exclusives, and this is 3 of them. It looks like 3 of the 10. So that's Lost Words. It looks really good. Let's go ahead and watch some Stacks on Stacks on Stacks, the official trailer. Okay, it's like a 3D Tetris. Oh boy. I'm not sure if they just passed the level or if they died or what happened. This looks like it was made in Blender 3D. Oh my goodness. Oh no, don't destroy it. Stacks on stacks on stacks. SOSOSgame.com. Again, so that game, to me, that's probably not going to be one I necessarily pick up because I am a 27-year-old adult male. But I do think it's good to have a variety because there are some people who are Stadia users and Stadia gamers that have kids that, hey, maybe I just want to kind of sit back and have my kid enjoy some video games. And again, there's no way for us to get kids into video games unless we start them off at a young age. You're not going to throw a 6-year-old kid into a Call of Duty kind of a game. At least I hope not. That would not be good. So you got to start them off with some happier games at a young age. So that's kind of one of the reasons why I'm excited. Stacks on Stacks on Stacks is coming. I'm probably not going to be playing it, but I'm excited to see and again expand that library and that content. And it is a timed exclusive, so that's always cool as well. Next, Spitlings. Uh-oh. Yeah, let's go music. Uh-oh, someone died. Uh-oh. Oh my gosh. So chaotic. I feel like I'd freak out. I'd be like, what color are we? What color? Are we blue? Are we yellow? Coming soon. Yeah. So this one, actually, I'm not gonna lie, there's a chance I might pick it up. But I feel like a key factor to this is having friends to play with. This game looks super duper fun in co-op mode. I'm not sure how fun it would per se be if it was just you, but if you're in co-op mode, couch co-op, or over the internet, then I could for sure see this being a very entertaining game where you're yelling at your friends and you're screaming back and forth and you're trying to survive and run around and dodge the bad bubbles. I guess the enemy are bubbles most of the time. So this game looks pretty entertaining. And I think that this would be a good one that maybe gets launched, and if Stadia, when they launch their base version, almost has that as a demo mode, I think that would be great for that game, because talk about a way to get new users, new Stadia gamers into the service by utilizing a co-op game that I'm assuming it would probably be $9.99, maybe $14.99. It does spout that it has, I think, like 110 levels or something. So it does have quite a few levels to beat. But a game like that, where again it's like, hey, you and 2 buddies decide to try out Stadia together, and you have a free game to demo, and it shouldn't be too taxing on Stadia's hardware, as well as it would just be a very fun game to kind of get into Stadia with. So that would be my recommendation to the Stadia team, the sales team, in regards to just like what to do to greatly impact and try to bring more people in. So that looks like a lot of fun. So next, what we're going to check out is the Serious Sam collection. This is for mature audiences only. Devolver Digital and the Crow Team. Man, love cinematics. 3 legendary games, 4 super fun. So it's the first 3 games.
Yourself. Party time.
So good. Oh my gosh. The cannonball. I've never actually tried them in split screen or co-op and deathmatch. I've never tried those before. Good screamo music, my gosh. Holy cow, that thing was huge. So I've played through 1 and 2 before. And when I bought them on Steam, I started off playing through 1 again, and then I was gonna switch over to 2 after I beat number 1. But never actually finished number 1 the second time. So I don't know. I got stuck in one part where I didn't have much health, and I had saved the game, and etc. etc. But I just recently started playing 3 today and got kind of some footage for this game, and it was actually quite good quality-wise compared to obviously the other 2. The other 2 were super cartoony, which again, back in the day was totally fine. Nowadays, people are super critical about the graphics and the quality. But number 3 actually looked really well, and it responded really well to the controls and everything. And it was just like, it was actually a very enjoyable play game experience where I'm going to have to go back and actually play that game. It was very bloody though. So that might be the bloodiest Serious Sam I've ever played. But again, I'm excited for this, not only because of the fact that they are older games that are just fun to kind of bring back and have some nostalgia and get to enjoy them again, but also because I can't remember if Devolver Digital is or has any games currently on Stadia, and if not, this is good to see them come over, especially with Serious Sam 4 not being released quite yet, and hopefully being planned to be released in 2020. Maybe that will also come to Stadia, perhaps as an exclusive for a bit, or just in general. So I am excited about that game coming and launching. It's going to be an awesome game. And lastly, it looks like Panzer Dragoon does not have a Stadia launch trailer, so but I guess I could read a little bit about Panzer Dragoon. So it looks like you are on a far lone planet. You encounter two dragons awakened from the ancient times. You are armed with a deadly gun from the past and the guidance of your armored blue dragon. You must fulfill your destiny and keep the prototype dragon from reaching the tower or die trying. Pilot through 7 unbelievably realistic levels ranging from tropical blue ocean cities to intricate subterranean ruins. So that one again, I might not be 100% into it, but who knows? Maybe some people that have played the older game and now it's a remake and they're just excited to see it come to Stadia. I'm totally for that. And again, I'm all about just expanding that library. So those are the 5 new games that were announced, and that's kind of a little recap of them. The next thing I want to talk about was NVIDIA's GeForce and Activision Blizzard games. If you read anything on The Verge, they are saying this is a bad sign for cloud gaming. And part of me agrees with them, part of me doesn't per se, and that is they believe that it is bad for cloud gaming because of the fact that a publisher can limit the fact that, when you use GeForce Now, if you're paying the $5 a month, you're in essence renting a cloud gaming computer. In essence, okay, I'm renting a gaming computer. It's coming to me through the cloud. I'm accessing through the cloud, basically. It's a cloud gaming computer. Developer, however, there's a chance that they're not getting any money from this, and therefore that is why they are able to put a stop to it, or at least why they would if they're not making any money from this service. And they do have it in their EULA, their basically their license agreement, saying that you will not rent any or play the game through the cloud at all. So they are within their legal rights to do this. However, some people are like, well, what happens if a provider or a developer is able to have that power? Well, then what if Netflix said you could only stream stream movies and TV shows through a Roku only, no more Amazon Fire Stick, no more this, and that if they were able to set those limitations, and if that is the case, then that would not be good for us as the end users, because then we are almost restricted to certain hardware or restricted to certain, hardware. And so that was kind of something that people were fearful of, is like, well, why can a developer do that? And again, I think it's because they might not be making any money off of NVIDIA doing this. However, we own the game on our computer to be able to play it on GeForce Now. So it's tough. It is tough. I don't know if I like it at all whatsoever. And then of course people were speculating that with the new Activision Blizzard and Google YouTube exclusive streaming, that Google Stadia had made a agreement with Activision Blizzard, so now that's why they're pulling the games off GeForce Now, etc., etc., etc. So that's kind of the update so far. There really hasn't been anything new. I do know NVIDIA said they're going to try to work with them to see if they can use the games. But I don't know. I think a lot of Stadia fans, just as soon as they saw that, jumped for joy because, when the article came out, NVIDIA GeForce Now kills Stadia with its $5 a month subscription and free base version. A lot of us Stadia people were like, oh my goodness, another thing that's going to be, everyone's claiming is going to be the Stadia killer, just like xCloud was claimed to be, So when we finally saw that GeForce Now had some games pulled, which is frankly one of the things about GeForce Now, is they really don't own or control them at all. They're simply just basically a window into a gaming computer, okay? I'm just basically going and accessing a gaming computer from somewhere else. They have no whatsoever games of their own, basically. So that is one of their limitations. Whereas with Stadia, if a game pulls or if a developer tries to pull, I believe that we will either get reimbursed or refunded, or Stadia will just continue to support it, but it might not get updates per se. So that's one of the things. But just in general, having a developer have that much control over if you can play on a cloud gaming computer as opposed to your natural gaming computer, that is kind of sketchy and kind of scary. So I think a lot of people who look a little bit further than just the headlines, we're getting a little bit nervous with that. So, but that's kind of the news. That's the update. We hope you guys enjoyed the video. We hope you enjoyed the content, the news update. If you would like to kind of be more informed, I know the last video I posted was a while ago, but I'm really trying to start getting onto a pattern of, I also do live streams quite often. So if you want to come hang out, watch a live stream, or join a live stream, I mean, you guys, I'm more than happy to play games. I have most of the games in the Stadia library, several of them multiplayer. So if you guys want to play some games together, hit me up, Blue Bob's on Stadia. So thanks for watching. If you want to see more, like the video, subscribe, hit the notification bell for when I go live, and we can do some gaming together. So thanks again, everyone, for watching.